This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Sky Sports and Boxer are back at Wembley Arena. I'm joined by Adam Smith. A big cruiserweight clash for this country and implications worldwide as well.
100%. It's a big cruiserweight clash. It's a really exciting fight. I mean, we were looking forward to Richard fighting Fabio Turchi, but he pulled out injured. Mikel Awal's going to fight Dion Juma, but actually I think we've got a more mouth-watering main event for many reasons. It's the battle of the unbeatens. They're London rivals. They've known each other for a long time. And Dion Juma believes he got the better of Richard Riakporhe in sparring. He believes that he's the better fighter. And Richard is the one knocking on the door for world title honours. He's got the boxer backing. He's been brilliant. He's a fantastic backstory, as we know. Wonderful puncher, great guy, looks the part. Now he's got a tough fight, really tough fight against Dion, who has had some bad luck, inactivity, injuries, and what he's got to do, Dion, is he's got to put it all together when it matters, in the ring, under the lights, on the big stage, because he's got the ability. They're both 32, they're both undefeated. I think it's a great fight. And I'll tell you what, Umar, hats off to the pair of them for agreeing to it at this stage of their careers, because the fans or the Sky customers are the winners. It's going to be a terrific main event.
Adam, you had a fantastic February, but as I said to you many times, one of the best boxing months I can remember, and it was all on one platform. However, boxing fans are always unhappy with something. There was criticism about the undercards. Now, I know the answer you're going to tell me, because the stronger the main event, of course, the less you can put into an undercard. So, moving forward, how can you assure the Sky customers that we're going to get value on the undercard?
Umar, we listen. You mention it, the fans mention it, we listen. And February was all about main events, as we know. We did some huge numbers. The 1 million watching Chris Eubank, Liam Williams, 900,000 for Taylor Catterall. The big buys, 500,000 plus for Khan Brook. It was all about the main events. But yes, you're right. People didn't mutter about the undercards, and we listened. And I made sure that when we got to March 26th and April the 2nd and the other shows going forward, that we're going to very much have 55-45, 50-50 fights. I think we've got a 50-50 English title fight. I think Riakporhe Juma is a cracking pick'em. I think Dan Aziz against Matthew Tinker. Matthew beat him in the amateurs. He pasted him. He dealt with him. Dan's a hardened professional now. Maybe he'll get revenge, but it's a really good fight. And you look at Adam Azim as well, stepping up. Having only had a handful of fights to fight a Southern Area champion, this is good. We've also got a lot of debutants. We're building a stable, Umar, as you know, so we can't rush everybody. But what we're trying to do is give very, very good trade fights, maybe on nights where you don't have that big name of a Kell Brook or an Amir Khan or a Chris Eubank or a Josh Taylor, and making sure that we get, top to bottom stacked cards and great nights. And I think with an English title fight and the main events and the chief supports, this is a really good show. And also on April the 2nd up in Newcastle, I think we're going to have a fantastic night with, Savannah Marshall and defending her world title. We've got Florian Marku and Chris Jenkins. I think it's fantastic, and really excited. Tournament shows coming too. So we can't have sunshine and massive names all the time, especially when we're in the rebuilding process and sort of starting again from scratch when our fighters went to Dazn. But we're building a really good stable up. We're really pleased at the progress with Boxer. They're a great team. Ben's working really, really hard, night and day. I'm putting the pressure on him, trust me, Umar, for various things, and he's delivering. And while he delivers, we're in a good place.
You mentioned the numbers for February. Can I ask about Khan Brook? You mentioned to me at the Fury White press conference it did north of 500,000 pay-per-view buyers. Now, I put that to Eddie and Frank Warren to get their kind of reactions to that, and they both suggested that they heard it did a little bit less than 500,000 buyers. So can you make any comment on that, please, Adam?
I told you what I have heard from internally at Sky. We did north of 500,000. I don't know the exact numbers. I believe on box office events they tend to sort of drip in over the weeks that sort of come by, but that's what it did, and that's what I've said it did. Whatever happens, whether it's 505, 520, 530, 501, it doesn't matter. It did a fantastic night, and it delivered. 500,000 box office buys is a huge number for a non-heavyweight fight. It was a fantastic occasion, and I think maybe Eddie and Frank should just, why are they worrying whether it did less or more than it did? North of 500,000, and ultimately it was a great night for British boxing. Kell Brook boxed really well. Amir Khan was brave. It looked fantastic. I'm not going to sit here and say that Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte is not a huge fight. It's a fantastic fight. It's a huge fight. I'm not going to say that Lee Wood and Mick Conlan wasn't one of the best fights I've seen in a long time, or that Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano is not a magnificent match. We watch what happens on Dazn and on BT, and now we'll be watching Channel 5 with Wasserman. Absolutely. We're not worried about that. They're all putting on good fights. It's great for the fighters. It's great for the fighters who are earning their money and earning their way in their careers to make sure that they get out. They've got huge amounts of platforms and avenues. I'm disappointed there's a clash on Saturday night with Josh Warrington and Kiko Martinez. I wish that there were different dates. Sometimes, occasionally, rarely, it does happen like that when venues get booked. This Wembley arena was booked for a long time. I'm sure they booked Leeds, the direct arena, a long time out as well. Clashes are inevitable occasionally with so much boxing going on. But I wish Josh Warrington and Kiko Martinez the best. I think it's going to be a really good fight. I'm interested in that. But I've got to concentrate on what we're doing, which is the Sky and Boxer business. We've got a crackling show on Saturday night. It should be fantastic. We've got the football at Wembley. We've got the boxing at the arena. And I think it's going to be top to bottom a terrific night. And hopefully it'll be one that the trade fans that have said all the undercards haven't been possibly the best in February, they'll say this is a brilliant night all the way through, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm really excited about boxing generally, whether Eddie's putting them on, great shows, Frank's putting them on, great shows, or we are. It's fantastic for the fans.
That was going to be my last question. Are you confident going into Saturday night that you will retain a significant amount of the viewership that you would have if Warrington Martinez wasn't on Dazn?
We're going to get plenty of viewers on Saturday night. Sky Sports is a huge platform. As I said, we're coming off the football. Richard Riakport's a great story. We've got some really good fights, and Boxer and Sky are in a really good place. We've got a long way to go. We're in the building stage. We're going to have really exciting announcements coming up. We've got some interesting shows, a couple of tournaments as well, which I think is important. And as I said, I'm not going to look at the others and say their shows are any better or worse than ours. We're all in this trying to provide the best we can for the fans. We don't have all the fighters. Nobody has all the fighters. What they do have is plenty of competition, plenty of broadcast partners. DAZN are doing a great job, BT are doing a great job, and I believe Sky are doing a fantastic job and have been, Umar, for the last 30 years.
Adam Smith, always appreciate your honesty. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon, all right? Thank you. Cheers, Adam.